going on, everybody? We're probably your new favorite show. I'm Caleb.
I'm Billy.
He's Billy. And today we're going to be talking about...
Fear the Walking Dead.
And...
The Walking Dead. So we're going to go ahead and give you guys a quick review and our thoughts overall on Fear the Walking Dead. And then our expectations and hopes for the upcoming Walking Dead season. It's the apocalypse, bro, okay? It's the perfect time to get drunk.
So, we're recording this a couple days after Fear the Walking Dead season finale.
This Sunday, The Walking Dead
Yep.
premieres with season 6.
And it's going to be, I don't know if you know this, I just found this out today. It's going to be a 90-minute season premiere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if they were all... I don't think they were all 90
I know there
minutes.
was a 90-minute season finale for 5.
Yeah, or mid-season finale, I think, was 90 minutes too, I think. So 90 minutes, that's good. The longer, the better, in
Honestly.
my opinion.
So
That's what my girlfriend always says. I don't have a girlfriend.
I think it's safe to say that...
Oh, thanks for my phone, bro.
I just put my hands on my pockets and I was like, what are these?
I thought you were, like, giving me a message. I was like, all right, what did I do?
So I think it's safe to say that this past season of The Walking Dead was the best season, period, so far. Because they had the one season 3, that really kind of died off for everybody. And then season 4 for me really brought it back in. What were your thoughts on season 4 and 5?
Season 5 was definitely what I needed. Season 4 I did not like at all.
Really?
And I watched it with my parents. It's kind of like just Sunday nights I go over to my parents and watch The Walking Dead with them. And they were kind of on the same boat. It wasn't really that good anymore. And then season 5 really brought it back. And now I'm actually excited for season 6.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I felt season 3, I was getting just kind of over the whole thing with the governor and all that. And then as soon as season 4, I even quit watching it altogether. And then it was like on Netflix with season 4 and 5 was already airing. Mm-hmm. And I started watching it because, everyone had been watching. They were like, yeah, dude, it's so great now. And so I was like, I'll give it a chance. And the first episode of season 4, where that big outbreak, everyone gets sick and people are dying and they had already established a community and stuff, already started doing it for me.
Which just wasn't... I don't know. I liked the governor as a bad guy.
Yeah.
I think he lived too long. I would have liked for him to die earlier on, but I understand.
That's really what it is for me, because I think I expressed to you that I loved the governor as a character. I think the guy who played him did a phenomenal job.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember his name.
But I just thought he lived too long. But before we get to that, I want to talk about Fear the Walking Dead. It was a 6-part series. We figured they were doing a kind of a test run-ish of just like they did with the first season of The Walking Dead. What were your thoughts?
It was good. I really liked it. For the most part, I think it was kind of handled how a big city like that would handle a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I really wish someone would have been like, oh no, dude, it's a zombie apocalypse, and everyone else could be like, no, it's not real. I would have loved something like that, because in this day and age, everyone knows what zombies are. If it were to happen, they would know exactly what was going on. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was pretty realistic about how the government and the military would have handled it.
Which I love, because I think I expressed to you, and I know I've said this to other people, that I love for the first time in any zombie type series, movie, anything like that, show, for the first time we're getting a collapse of civilization. We didn't get that with, Resident Evil, kinda, not really. Dawn of the Dead, it was very short. It was like 5 minutes where things are... But this one, you got to feel for the characters before anything went down. You got to connect with them and see who
and
you
as
already
it
liked.
as it was slowly happening.
Yeah, and so by the end of it, when everything was finally happening, they're getting chased by zombies, you've already connected with these characters in a way that you feel what they feel, like what the freak is going on right now,
Right, yeah.
That's my thought. I think also it was, I think they learned a lot from The Walking Dead.
Oh, for sure.
So I think
they learned like what what worked and what didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And it was beautifully shot, looked amazing. The finale was phenomenal. Oh my god. It looked so good. Just film-wise, looked beautiful. And
yeah.
That pan out at the end, I was like, dude, I gotta have more. Gotta have more.
I'm glad that they're making another season of it. Do you think it's going to be 6 episodes like this one is? Do you think they're going to use that the weeks leading up to The Walking Dead, or do you think they're going to make it a full season next time?
I think they're gonna make it a full season.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't know.
I
kind of like the intimacy of it being
just 6?
short. Yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of like it being a miniseries. I mean, I would love for it to be a full one, but I also think it would be cool to be a miniseries or a miniseries.
I can see them at least doing 10 episodes a season.
They could do that. I mean, they could definitely. I mean,
The Walking Dead.
they can do what they want with it. Like, there's no comic book or there's no source material. They can do whatever they want with it.
But Robert Kirkman, the creator of the Walking Dead comic series and the show, had a hand in he was one of the creators of this show. So that's what's great, is that this is also still coming from the mind of the creator of The Walking Dead. That's what I like about it.
Right.
Like the chemistry between the characters. This one has a lot of what The Walking Dead lost for me, and that's suspense.
Yeah, because you don't... I mean, yeah, they've changed a lot from the comics in The Walking Dead, but for the most part, you know who's going to survive and who's not going to, for the most part.
Yeah.
But in this one, you have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're not in the comics.
Oh, at the very end of it, I'm not going to say who, but the very end of the finale for Fear, they killed off one of the main characters I thought was going to go on into later seasons.
Me too.
Which I love. I'm going to go ahead.
And the person I thought was going to die didn't die.
Spoiler alert. Because now I kind of want to talk about it. So, Elizabeth Rodriguez, who plays Liza Ortiz, she's from Orange is the New Black.
Yep.
I think that might be a reason they killed her off, is because of commitment she has to that show.
Maybe.
Or something. But either way, she did wonderful. And she's the one that they kill in the very end. Her ex-husband, who is played by Cliff Curtis, Travis Manawa is his name in the show.
Manawa?
Yeah, Manawa.
Yeah.
Manawa.
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 Manamana.
Mananawa.
Yeah. No, they did great. Kim Dickens, who plays Madison Clark, the main character, is from Huntsville.
Yep.
That is awesome. Huntsville, where we live. For those of you who don't live in Huntsville, where we live. Huntsville, Alabama. She's from here.
Hunts Vegas.
Hunts
256.
256. Push 5 bricks. I was in a rap song I heard one time. Yeah, the show overall for me, it was slow, but like I got like 3 episodes behind.
Yeah.
So it was just
you did.
It was slow, and then I was like, but that finale, man, like the 5th and 6th episode are just like nonstop. Like,
they were
awesome,
pretty good.
Awesome. I have one gripe, but it's also a con. They, for the most part, the use of military was realistic. But I'm always very picky about military portrayal in shows and movies and stuff. Very picky. I pick it apart like crazy. But they did really well. Especially in the scene where they go to that school, the community college, where their hospital was supposed to be, or on the way there.
So that was a school?
Yeah, and those troops end up hopping in the Humvee, and they're like, I got a new mission now. That's freaking get the hell out of here, go save my family or whatever. Honestly, that's pretty much how I feel it would go. Like, I mean...
In the event, like, something like that happens, I mean, that's what I would do.
Well, you had during the tornadoes we had here, it was realistic because during the tornadoes, you had guys that were getting in trouble because they were like, hey, Sergeant, I've got to go check on my family. And so they were bailing out to go check on their family and stuff. I mean... It's not a good thing, but it was realistic because some guys would respond that way. Yeah. And so I like that they did. There was just I like a lot of. It was very real. The show was. Those are my thoughts.
I think they did a great job with it. I really liked it. I honestly liked it better than the first season of The Walking Dead. It was just I really liked it.
What are your comparisons?
Comparisons to what?
The contrast between the two.
It was just. When the Walking Dead first came out, I never read the comics or anything like that. I was like, oh, cool, it's going to be a zombie TV show. And then it was basically just like Rick trying to find his family. They didn't really know if they were going to go through the second season.
Yeah.
And it was good. It just wasn't, I didn't really think it was going to get picked up. Because I liked it, but I didn't think anyone else, this was the first time this has really ever been done.
A zombie TV show.
The first time there was like a zombie television show.
I was blown away when it came
I didn't
out.
think it was going to happen.
I thought it was going to be great just because it was during the hype of all the zombie movies, and then you had a TV show, and it's outlasted the zombie movie craze.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, I was definitely wrong, but I just didn't think it was going to get picked up for real.
It was a good first season, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. I mean, they definitely built a lot off of it.
And they didn't have like a huge budget. I mean, they didn't. It was a real. I mean, really, it was a big gamble.
It was. The coolest thing was the half zombie that Rick runs into when he first comes out of the.
Oh yeah.
The first encounter we have with a zombie is half a zombie on the ground trying to attack Rick.
Did you watch the miniseries about her?
Mm-mm.
Wow. There was a miniseries or a web series on AMC about her and how she got there. It was pretty cool.
Was it good?
Yeah. They're
What's it called?
miniseries.
Do you know what it's called?
You can find it somewhere on YouTube, I'm sure.
Okay.
It came out.
If you guys know, comment
it was
below.
around like season 2 or season 3 is when they actually released that.
Mm.
We got
That
kids
scared
running
me
around
so
outside.
bad. I was like, they're coming, Caleb!
Grab my gun!
Come on, Pa!
Alright, so do you think that they're ever going to cross over The Walking Dead? Or because it's like 6 years in the future?
No, it's not 6 years.
It's
3.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was like 6 months before Rick wakes up.
Yeah, and Fear the Walking Dead is in their 6th season. Or, I mean, The Walking Dead is in their 6th season.
Holy crap. I thought The Walking Dead's only 3 years ahead of when it started now.
There's kids playing right outside my window right now. Like, they are right outside my
It's
window.
weird because we're on the second story.
I don't know. I don't know what the official... First of all, because I looked this up because we were talking about this the other day, so I looked it up. There is no... On the record, there is no time frame of how long Rick was in the... Rick was in a coma.
Because I've heard 6 weeks, I've heard 6 months, I've heard 3 months.
It's not in the comic, it's not in the show. They don't know how long it's been. You can guess. It's probably been a couple months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
So
already
there's
have
that.
decayed zombies.
Yeah, so there's that. There's them at the farm, and then there's Lori having the baby. That's 9 months right there. Give that with and them being in the coma, and then the time in between, that's at least a year, and that was what, season 2 or 3 when they found out she was pregnant? And then the baby
She
is
had
probably...
the baby in 3.
The baby is probably your new favorite show.
Probably. Which, actually, if you
Baby's
guys...
probably 2 or 3 by now.
Yeah.
So, it's been at least 4 years.
3 years.
It's been at least 4 years.
I'm going to say 3. 3.5. Either way,
It's been at
regardless.
least 4 years.
Here's how I think they can cross over, since that was your question. I think because you had characters like Dale, who died in season 2, who was cross country.
Yeah.
is what
No,
he
I
said.
agree. They could definitely do it.
He was going cross
It just
country
won't be
when
current.
it all happened. It'll definitely be in
It'll
the
be
past.
it'll be crossovers into Fear the Walking Dead. It won't be the Walking Dead episodes.
No, God, no. It'll be maybe I think they're the Sanchez's are their last name. The family in the first season who depart from the RV before they ever even try to go to Benning or anything like that, or the CDC. That family who was like, we think we're going to make it on our own. I think maybe in later seasons of Fear, they might pop up.
Yeah.
And be
I
like,
would really love to see Dale.
and be like, well, if that family popped up in Fear, they could be like, hey, here's what's going on the East Coast. Because they've already said in Fear the Walking Dead what that they're going to try to shoot for the East
They're going to
Coast.
go east, yeah.
I mean, they thought
They
about...
didn't say East Coast. I think they said East.
They said East, and they thought about doing the water on that yacht. We don't know if they're ever going to get on the yacht or what they're going to... But I'm excited to see. I think it'd be really cool... I'd like for Rick and the gang to somehow run into these guys, but I don't know how they would go about just
I would love for it, but I don't see how.
Maybe they just kind of like end Fear the Walking Dead, and then all of a sudden one day, Rick in the group.
I would love if they did something like one episode of The Walking Dead somewhere down the line. Someone runs into them, they're pulling guns out, like, who are you? And it's like just like one or two of those characters, and they look like beat up really
like
bad,
shit.
and they're the only two. And at the same time, Fear the Walking Dead is still going on, and all the characters are still there.
So you have to.
Did they get separated? Did someone die? Like, what happened? That would be awesome. If they did something like that.
Or are they just out hunting and you don't see the others? I think that would be a cool thing.
That would be cool, but that's going to be
down the road,
way down the road, depending on how long they
do Fear for,
or The Walking Dead, either one.
The Walking Dead, I heard, was slated for 10 seasons.
Yeah, probably.
So, I had one thing I was gonna try to.
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. Keep talking. Maybe I'll remember.
Well, I was about to move on to The Walking Dead.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, moving on to The Walking Dead season 6 premiere. It starts in 3 days.
3 days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 3 days. Yeah. Today's Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Right? Yeah. Okay, so 90-minute premiere. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be action-packed. They have confirmed there's going to be 600 walkers this episode, which is a record.
600?
600 zombies.
That's freaking insane. Do you know how many? That's 600 extras.
Yeah.
Or 600 people, or like 300 people doing some insane wardrobe changes.
Well, yeah, that, or it could be...
Or 20 people doing insane wardrobe.
CGI or something, I don't know.
Or 2 guys who really have their work cut out for them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 600 zombies. Also, the wolves are going to be there, I guess. I guess they're going to be in the episode. I kind of think they might have something to do with the zombies getting into the into this Alexandria safe zone, which would be cool. Like, they let them in, make some noise, and get them all in. Is it? I'm trying to remember. I feel like I should have watched the season finale again before we filmed this. But was it cold outside? Was it like wintertime?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope. It was definitely like
this
maybe
is
fall.
Unless I'm wrong,
I mean,
this is picking up right from.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: when Rick killed, what's his name?
Tim, Jim, John.
I don't remember what his name was.
The dude who was an asshole to his wife.
The dude that deserved to die. I'm so glad that he killed him.
I mean, I gotta say it was like fall-ish because Morgan was wearing a trench coat, but it wasn't so cold that any of them were in like serious clothing.
Right. Yeah. But as far as I know, this is picking up right from that.
Yeah.
Morgan came back, and I think that's going to be interesting because I'm pretty sure basically their roles have switched. Last time we saw them together, Rick was trying to calm Morgan down, and Morgan was going around acting all crazy, and now Rick's kind of taken over that, and Morgan's all like Zen master.
Oh, I love that the roles have switched, but they've gone way more extreme than they were even before.
Yeah.
Like when Rick was where Morgan is now, and where Morgan was, they're even more extreme because, well, Morgan was pretty psycho when he was psycho.
Yeah.
But I love just that my boy who was in the movie Say Anything. Did you ever see that? The one that had Jennifer Love Hewitt and all that? Seth Green. Anybody who's watching this will know what I'm talking about. My boy who was in Say Anything is in The Walking Dead now, and that's hilarious.
Who?
The main character, the guy who was trying to get with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No,
he's the guy who says, "You just expect all of us to fall in line, blah 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 blah." That guy in the preview.
I don't remember. He's one of the guys that's in the town?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he looks new. He wasn't there before, so I'm wondering if he, like... It looks like they have some characters that we haven't seen yet.
They have cast quite a few people that are going to be in the series. There's... I don't remember any of their names.
But it's weird because the way the scenes are looking, it seems like everybody already kind of knows who these people are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are in a town. I mean... Fair. Quite a few people. Not a lot, but quite a few.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure there is people that we haven't really seen.
I want to take a second to talk about, what's her name? It's not Sonia. Is it Sonia?
Michonne?
not Michonne, the other girl, Sasha.
Oh, Sasha.
When she had her breakdown on that chick, that was awesome. I loved it. When she's like, I just don't want to. I'm just worried I'll mess it up. Worried? That's what you're worried about? That's what you're motherfucking worried about? And then she went all Samuel L. Jackson on her. She's like, I'm tired of these motherfucking people in this motherfucking town.
I think it was Robert Kirkman that was talking about season 6, and he says that this season is the closest to the comic books that they have done so far.
Yeah, and since they're at Alexandria, they have another place that they have to go after this where they're going to take refuge. So this is definitely nowhere close to the end.
Oh, no. And the comics are still coming out. They're not too far behind. Also, I have one more thing I wanted to say. Two more things, but I just thought of them.
What's up?
One is the guy that plays Rick.
Yeah.
Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah.
He is campaigning for Rick to lose his hand in this season.
I hope, because he loses.
If you guys have read the comics, yeah, he doesn't have a hand.
Like in the early issues,
yeah,
loses it.
He loses his hand, and he wants that to happen in the show. That would be awesome. That would be really interesting. That's
pretty cool. I like that he's doing. I like how dedicated and into this character he is.
Yeah, it's awesome. He looks. I mean, he's Rick. I mean, that's who he is.
Yeah,
like, he's Rick Grimes.
You had another thing you were gonna say.
Yeah. One more thing. Something just happened in the comics. Carl lost his eye.
Yeah.
And people are starting to think whether or not that's going to happen in the show.
I love that you said this, because a gentleman, Mike, insert last name here, who works for Funny or Die, I just read the most hysterical article about how he is pretty much campaigning for Carl to get killed in the season. He says, I think we've earned it. All right.
Why does no one like Carl, man?
He's even like, at the end, he's like, you guys can contact me further on this at carl@yahoo.com. Like, he just goes on and on. He's like, even Lori was probably, her last thought was like, thank God I'm dying so I don't have to take care of this kid anymore. Because even his mother didn't like him enough to do anything other than
let him kill her.
He said, what was the number one thing you heard Lori say? Can you watch Carl? Even she didn't want to put up with her. So I was laughing pretty hard at that. It was humorous.
Carl's not that bad anymore.
Oh, I like him.
He used to be. I agree with him. A couple of seasons ago, I couldn't stand him. I don't mind him now.
I think it was No, it wasn't season 3. I think it was the mid-season premiere of season 3. When Carl comes in and the first thing he does is like caps a zombie in the face.
Yeah, once he starts actually like doing stuff that actually helped the group is when I started liking him.
Yeah.
But when he was just, and I understand because he was a little kid. I mean, he was kind of, that was kind of the whole dynamic of it of, oh, do we want to bring kids into this world? Like when he got shot and he was at Herschel's house.
Yeah.
They were just like, do we even want him to survive this?
Yeah. I think it's good,
I remember that was a big thing, and I was just like, wow, that's really interesting.
I like Carl because Carl adds an aspect to the show that's what if this was the norm?
Yeah. Like he's a kid that was robbed of his childhood because of the zombies.
He was raised into this.
Yeah.
He's growing up in this, and so even after it's all over, if it's ever over and they survive, this will be what it was like growing up for him.
Right. So same thing with Judith.
Yeah. He'll be desensitized. Judith may not be so much.
Judith will be literally always living this life, so it'll be completely different. But Carl's like in that age where he remembers it before it happened, but he's still raised in it. Like he's still a kid. He's what, probably 14 or 15 now?
I think if it ends before Judith turns like 5, then she won't even like think about it much.
That's another wild card in the show because in the comics she died.
Yeah.
She died when Lori died.
Another one is Glenn. So you notice, because Glenn gets killed with a baseball bat in the comic books, you notice any time in the show when you think he's going to die,
there's a baseball bat somewhere.
Like at Terminus, where it cuts scene right as the bat's swinging at
when
him.
they release like the first couple of minutes of season 5 premiere. Yeah, I was like, show's not even out yet, and they're showing Glenn die. Like, that's awesome, I guess. I was so mad.
Glenn and Maggie.
Because I was like, there's no way that he survives this. There's absolutely no way. That's the baseball bat right there.
I'm telling you. And wasn't there at Alexandria, didn't a guy fight him with a baseball bat when they were rolling around in the ground outside?
I think so. I thought he was dead there, too.
Oh, I swear. I was like, this is the end. This is the end of Glenn. If Glenn dies, though, Glenn is like become my favorite character.
Glenn is like the next Rick.
Glenn,
when Rick dies.
Glenn and Maggie are, for me, what Luke and Laura were for all of the old house moms who watch Young and the Restless. I just want you house moms to equate that, all right? That's what they are to me.
If you guys are watching this.
If you guys are watching this, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, also, my number is... No, it was Daryl. That's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Daryl's becoming very distant,
Wimpy?
reserved, uneasy about everything.
Wimpy?
I wouldn't say wimpy. I just think he's like not. Him and Rick are no longer. Because it's funny because right when the bandits attacked Rick and them, and Daryl and him had that moment. He's like, you're my brother, man. Like, I wouldn't do anything but be there for you or something like that. And then now there's this huge divide, and it's like they're not even on the same page anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I think it might have something to do with Beth dying.
When Beth died, I almost quit watching the show altogether. Just was like, all right, I'm done. Because literally in love with her.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
Literally. And she's on that show Nashville. I don't know if she's still on there. With Hayden,
is she?
Hayden,
I went to high school with a girl that's on that show. I don't know if she still is or not.
with Hayden Pantier. Wait, who from... Who?
We'll talk about it off the show.
Oh, okay.
But,
I was going to say, that's cool.
You probably know who she is.
Hayden Pantier. Hayden Pantier.
Panty in the air.
Hayden.
Hey there.
Hey there, panties in the air. Yeah. I don't know how we got. I apologize.
You can make something out of anything. So, what do you think your predictions are going to be this season?
For like major events and stuff?
Yeah, like what do you think is going to happen? Like, what would, not necessarily what would surprise you, but what would surprise most people? I mean, obviously, if you're predicting it, you wouldn't be too surprised, but.
I think, personally, everyone, the majority of the people are going to turn on Rick.
You think so? Yeah. I can see it.
I see that, and I see Morgan and Rick finally just having it out.
Yeah.
I see it being like a good versus evil thing right there.
Yep, I can see it. I think that, just because they've kind of talked about how Andrew Lincoln's talking about Rick losing his hand and wanting it to happen, I could see it happening this season.
I could see it happening and being a result of like a huge conflict.
Yep, I can see it. Who do you think, if you could pick like one person that'll die this season, who would it be? What?
Well, not Carl. Carl? No.
Carl.
That's a tough one. Who do you think? Who are you thinking?
I have 3.
Really, go.
Okay, Carl.
Okay.
And here's my thing. I think Glenn might die this season, but I think a really big swerve is if Maggie dies, and Maggie dies from the baseball bat that kills Glenn in the comics. That would be a really cool twist.
I think it'd be cool if Glenn died saving Maggie, and then Maggie just can't take it anymore.
Kills herself?
Kills herself.
Nah, dude, I don't want Maggie to die unless she gets killed,
Nope.
in a super awesome way.
Nope.
I love Maggie.
I don't know, man. This group we have now is so cohesive. Eugene.
He deserves to die. I mean, sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't like him. I never really liked him. He was always like that snake that just kind of slithers his way out of problems and like.
The guy who plays him is awesome, though.
Oh yeah, he's a good actor.
No, I mean, like, have you ever just like followed him at all? Complete opposite guy.
Really?
Oh,
That's how most people are.
He's hysterical. But no, Eugene dying, Abraham.
I don't want Abraham.
I don't
to
want
die,
him to
man.
die, but I see it happening.
I could see it happening.
Mhm.
I hope not.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think Glenn or Maggie. Really.
Yeah, it's got to be because they're the only two that I could just see just because of they've been through so much together. that it's only fitting with The Walking Dead for them to now kill one of them.
I mean, it'll be sad. I'm not saying I want them to die. That's who I think will die. If that makes sense.
So here's what I see happening. I see Maggie's pregnant and nobody knew it. And then she's having a baby. No, Maggie's pregnant and nobody knew it. And she's having a baby. And by the end of the season, she's in delivery. And Carl has to come and cut her open.
No.
And relive the whole
God,
thing
no.
all over again.
He'd probably just stab himself.
And then Carl kills himself. Win-win. I like Carl.
Hey, I don't have a problem with Carl. I just think he might die.
I really see it coming.
He's not necessary for the show, in my opinion.
I think this.
Not anymore.
I still think he is, but I see this little girl that he's like involved with. I see her being like maybe a reason why he gets distracted.
I could see that. I could see her dying though in that case, and him being like, "Okay, I just let this girl die, or I just like made this girl die." It's my
Or
fault.
you ready for this? I can't remember her name right now, but the chick from the town that Rick has a thing for.
Mhm.
I think she's gonna die.
Oh man, I hope not. She's hot.
I don't know, but I think she's gonna die, and that's gonna be the thing that just drives Rick over the edge, and then Morgan and him are gonna get into it.
I do think Morgan and him will get into it.
Oh, it's inevitable.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that for sure.
And then, of course, my dude from Say Anything is gonna die. You have to know who I'm talking about.
I still don't know who you're talking about.
Cue picture. Got it.
Okay.
I think it's Say Anything.
I don't know.
It's one of those like not another teen movie type movies.
I thought Say Anything was a band.
Hmm?
Say Anything is a band.
I don't know. Maybe. It's Say Anything or it's. I don't know, man. I'll remember it. But yeah, that's my thought. My thought is, do you think they will or will not have to flee Alexandria in this season?
Oh yeah, dude. Probably in the first couple of episodes, I think they'll be on the road again. I don't know where they're going. I don't really remember what they do after Alexandria, but they are doing the whole wolves thing.
Yeah.
Which is like the hunters in the comics, I believe. So.
You want to know who I think might die?
Yeah.
Michonne.
You think so?
Yep, Michonne's getting the point where she's kind of at her ends with everything anyways.
Yeah.
She's kind of fed up. She's over it.
She might very well. I don't really care too much about her.
I love Michonne.
She's cool, but yeah. Well, I think in the comics she has a thing with Rick. Luckily, that doesn't happen.
Well, that's
So I don't
kinda
really see that.
That's developing.
And I hope not. I want him to be with that
Blonde girl?
yeah.
She's hot.
Yeah.
But
She's cool. I mean, she's a character I really like. I like her character.
now she has that tattoo she has. It's symbolic. I can't remember what it was of, but I remember we were watching it and we are like, oh yeah, that tattoo. Symbolic.
Tattoo.
Yeah, she has a tattoo right here.
Oh, cool.
It's like 3 frat boys shotgunning Natty Lights together.
Oh, that's-
You can see it?
Anything else?
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, probably your new favorite show. I'm Caleb.
Probably. I'm Pizza.
He's eating pizza. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Drop the mic.